Okay, so we're diving into some seriously cool tech today.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the MSI Prestige A16 AI Plus laptop. And if you're here, I bet you're like most of our listeners.
Yeah.
You love powerful gear, but you don't want to be stuck at a desk all day.
Right.
Especially when there's AI in the mix. So buckle up because this deep dive is for you.
We've gone through tons of reviews, really dug deep into stuff from RechargeMyTopup.com and other places.
Oh yeah, they do great breakdowns.
To figure out what this laptop is all about, especially for professionals and creators like you.
Right, because specs are one thing, but how does it actually work,
Exactly.
What are its strengths? Are there any downsides? And is it really worth it? That's what we want to know.
Exactly.
Okay, so first up, like always, let's talk design. First impressions matter. What's the build quality like? MSI is going for a sophisticated vibe, right?
Definitely. All the reviews we've seen emphasize that premium look. Ultra slim aluminum, lightweight, but still feels solid.
Yeah, I like that combination.
A lot of people are calling it sophisticated, and that sleek finish definitely adds to it. And it's not just about looks either. Aluminum often means it's more durable.
Which is essential if you're carrying it around all the time.
Oh, exactly.
Now, the display is probably even more important, especially for visual work. That 16-inch QHD Plus display keeps coming up in the reviews.
Oh, yeah. It's a big deal.
Especially because it boasts 100% DCI-P3 color accuracy.
Huge for visual work.
So those of you doing video editing or 3D modeling, you know how crucial that is. It means the colors you see on screen are exactly what you'll get in your final product.
That's the key. And for your work, that level of accuracy, it's not just a bonus. It's essential for quality and consistency.
Absolutely.
And they've done a clever thing with the bezels. They're minimal.
I like that.
So you get this immersive view without making the laptop bigger.
Yeah, that's smart.
It's perfect for focusing on your project or reviewing your work.
And the high-resolution options, like 2560 by 1600 pixels, they're getting praise for sharpness, vibrant colors, and good brightness.
Yeah, they're sharp.
So whether you're looking at a detailed design or just streaming something, the visuals are impressive.
Absolutely. And some models even have OLED screens.
Oh, nice.
And if you know OLED, you know it means deep blacks and amazing contrast.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference.
Especially with HDR content, it brings so much richness and depth to the picture.
Now, let's not forget the keyboard. A comfortable keyboard is a must for serious work.
Totally agree.
What's the Prestige A16 AI Plus packing?
You get a full-size keyboard, often with a number pad, too.
Oh, that's great for productivity.
Yeah, for those of us who spend hours typing, whether it's coding, writing, or just communicating with clients, a good keyboard makes a huge difference. And like I said before, the aluminum build makes it feel really solid, too, not flimsy at all.
That's reassuring.
Yeah, it can handle the daily grind.
Okay, let's get into the real meat of this thing, the performance. Specifically, that AI-powered processing. This seems to be what really sets this laptop apart.
Absolutely. The AMD Ryzen 9 8945HS processor, they also call it the AMD Ryzen AI 9 365. That's a real game changer.
So it's built for AI from the ground up, not just a powerful processor, but designed for AI workloads specifically.
Precisely. And this is where the NPU, the Neural Processing Unit, comes in.
Yeah, tell us more about that.
Well, think of it like a coprocessor just for AI.
Okay.
Like a graphics card handles visuals, right? The NPU focuses on AI calculations.
Makes sense.
It really boosts the laptop's AI capabilities. It frees up the CPU and even the GPU to do other things.
So smoother, faster performance.
Exactly. And then you've got the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070.
Yeah, we keep seeing that pop up.
It's a beast.
So it sounds like it can handle any demanding graphics task you throw at it.
Easily. High-res video rendering, huge data sets, even demanding games if you're into that. No problem for this machine.
And to keep everything running smoothly, it's got 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM and a 2 TB NVMe SSD. Now, for those who don't know the tech jargon.
Right, let's break that down.
NVMe SSDs are super fast for reading and writing data, so everything loads quickly. And DDR5 RAM is the latest generation, which means smoother multitasking.
It all adds up to a lag-free experience, even with demanding applications. Imagine opening a huge project file in seconds.
That's the dream, right?
Absolutely.
But AI isn't just about raw processing power here, right?
No?
It's also managing the laptop's resources intelligently. We've seen mentions of AI-assisted features that optimize power consumption and performance. How does that actually work?
Well, think of it like this. The AI looks at what you're doing and adjusts the power going to different components.
Okay.
So the CPU, GPU, even the display. When you're doing simple things like browsing or writing, it saves power.
Smart.
But when you're doing something demanding, it gives you the power you need while still managing heat and battery life.
That's impressive.
It's all about efficiency.
Let's talk more about that display. The 16-inch 165Hz QHD Plus display, especially that 165Hz refresh rate. What does that mean for the average user?
So the refresh rate, that's how many times the screen updates per second. Higher is better, smoother.
Well,
So 165 hertz, that means super smooth scrolling, fluid animations. Even if for video editing or motion graphics, it feels more responsive.
so the laptop just feels faster overall.
Exactly.
And HDR support, that's a big one too, right? What does that add to the visuals?
HDR, or high dynamic range, basically gives you a wider range of colors and contrast.
Okay.
Think deeper blacks, brighter whites, and more detail in between. It just makes everything look richer, more vibrant, and more realistic.
I love HDR content. It really makes a difference.
It does. And then you have Kalman verified color calibration.
Yeah, what does that mean for someone who's not a display expert?
Kalman verification ensures that the display's colors are accurate and meet industry standards.
Okay.
Think of it like a seal of approval for color accuracy.
So you know what you're seeing is accurate.
Exactly. For professionals who need precise colors, like photographers or designers, this is crucial. They know that the colors on screen will match the final output, whether it's printed or digital.
Now, the eternal question with powerful laptops, battery life. How does the Prestige A16 AI Plus hold up?
It's a 91-hour battery, which is decent for a laptop this powerful.
Yeah.
They claim up to 10 hours on moderate workloads, so you could probably get through a good chunk of the day without plugging in.
Okay.
But keep in mind, moderate can mean different things to different people.
Right, it depends what you're doing.
And that's where the AI optimization comes in again.
Ah, so it helps extend the battery life.
Exactly. It adjusts the power based on your activity, saves energy when you're doing simple stuff, and gives you the power you need when you need it.
And when you do need to charge, it sounds like the fast charging is pretty impressive.
Oh yes, 60% in just 45 minutes.
That's a lifesaver.
Definitely a big plus for busy professionals. A quick top-up can get you back in action fast.
Now, some reviews did mention that while the battery life is good, it might not be the absolute best compared to some ultra-portables out there.
That's true.
So if being unplugged all day is your top priority, that's something to consider.
Right, it's a trade-off.
All right, let's talk connectivity. How does this machine connect to the world?
You've got a great selection of ports, 2 USB-C ports, both with power delivery for charging and DisplayPort for external monitors.
Very versatile.
Then you have 2 USB-A 3.2 ports, so you can connect your older devices, no problem. And of course, HDMI 2.1 for high-res external displays.
Can't forget HDMI.
The micro SD card reader is handy for photographers and videographers, and there's a 3.5mm audio jack for those who prefer wired headphones.
Always appreciate.
For wireless, you've got Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3, so you're covered there.
Top-of-the-line wireless. Gotta have it.
And a big one for professionals, Thunderbolt 4.
Yeah, that's a game changer for some workflows.
Super fast data transfer, essential for large files. Plus, you can connect to all sorts of docks and displays. It makes the laptop really versatile.
I was looking at some reviews, and some people mentioned the placement of some ports, especially the USB ports, could be a little awkward.
Ah, yeah, I've heard that too.
It's a minor thing, but depending on your setup, it's worth thinking about.
Absolutely, ergonomics matter.
Now, with all this power, keeping it cool must be a challenge.
Right, but MSI has thought of that.
Okay, what have they done?
They've got this AI-enhanced Tooler Boost 5 thermal system, dual fans, multiple heat pipes. It's designed to dissipate heat really efficiently.
So even under heavy loads, it should perform consistently.
Exactly, and the AI part means it adjusts the fans based on the temperature and what you're doing.
So it's quieter when you're doing light tasks and ramps up when things get intense.
Precisely.
Now, even with this fancy cooling system, some reviewers said the laptop could still get warm under heavy use, and some felt the cooling could be even better.
Yeah, it's a challenge with thin and light laptops.
Makes sense. You're packing in a lot of power.
It's about finding the right balance.
Let's move on to software. We talked about AI on the processor, but it sounds like it extends to the software features as well.
Oh yeah, big time.
So MSI has their MSI Center Pro, which seems to be the hub for all these AI-powered features.
It's like the command center for AI.
What are some of the features people might find useful?
Well, there's smart noise cancellation for video calls, which is huge these days with so many people working remotely.
That's essential.
It filters out background noise, so your voice is crystal clear.
Love that feature.
And there's real-time background blur, which adds some privacy and professionalism to your video calls.
And AI-based task management. What does that do?
So it learns how you use the laptop and then optimizes resources accordingly, prioritizes the apps you're using, keeps things running smoothly. It might even offer suggestions for organizing your windows and apps or even automate some tasks.
So it's not just a powerful laptop, it's a smart one too.
Exactly.
Okay, as we wrap up, it's time for the Be Aware Of section.
Right, let's highlight those potential considerations.
We talked about battery life, how it's good, but maybe not the absolute best. And the port placement, which some people found awkward.
Important to keep in mind.
And remember, different configurations might have different screens. If you really want OLED, double check the specs before you buy.
Good point.
Also, the webcam and audio quality, they're decent, but nothing extraordinary.
If you need top-notch video and audio, you might want to look at external options.
So overall, the MSI Prestige A16 AI Plus seems like a solid contender for professionals and creators who can take advantage of those AI features.
Absolutely. It's got power, portability, a premium design, and a great display. A strong option for anyone who needs to do serious work on the go.
And those AI enhancements, both in the hardware and software, those are the real standouts.
They're what make this laptop unique.
So if you're listening and thinking about a new laptop, weigh the strengths, the AI performance, the amazing display, the solid build, the connectivity against those potential considerations.
Think about how you'll use it every day.
Exactly.
And it makes you wonder, with AI becoming so integrated into laptops, how will this change the way we work in the future?
That's a great question. What new possibilities will open up that we haven't even thought of yet?
It's exciting to think about.
It is. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll be back with more fascinating tech explorations soon.